Fact of the day.
Fact of the day.
Hello, hi, and welcome to Fact of the Day with me, Mark Lotsu. How can you tell the body temperature of a dinosaur? So, how is it that people have managed to figure out a way to determine the body temperature of animals which are living tens of millions of years ago, 65 million years ago, 150 million years ago? And dinosaurs, in terms of their, in terms of where they sit, they're kind of like the link between the fish and the reptiles, and then the mammals and the birds. And so determining their physiology and their metabolic rate, their temperature, is really important and a really interesting thing to do. So there's a guy called Rob Eagle who's working at Caltech, and he's part of a group that has helped to do this. So what's happened is this. They looked at reptiles from now, and they looked at birds from now, and they looked at their shells, and they looked at their body temperature. And what they look at is they look at something called isotope clumping, so where the molecules clump together. And how the molecules clump together is based on the temperature of the organism which is causing those molecules to clump. And the clumping occurs in things like teeth, in bone, and in eggs. So they built what is essentially a calibration curve, and they said, right, so birds have got a body temperature of about 40 degrees Celsius. This is how the molecules clump together in those. Reptiles have body temperature around 20, 25, 30 degrees Celsius, and this is how the molecules clump in those. Now let's look at some dinosaur eggs. Let's look at some dinosaur teeth, some enamel from dinosaur teeth. Let's look at the clumping of the molecules in there. Let's put on a curve. Oh, here we go. And it ranges. So things like Brachiosaurus is estimated to have a body temperature of about 38 degrees Celsius. Humans, our body temperature is 37. So whilst we thought that dinosaurs were all completely cold-blooded, it's now thought that some of these dinosaurs may have actually been warm-blooded, and instead of thinking how did they warm themselves up, it's now thought how did they actually cool themselves down, because if their metabolic rate is so high that their body temperature is that high, because they're so huge, it would be a big problem for them to be able to lose as much heat as possible. So that is how we can determine the body temperature of dinosaurs. If you enjoyed this fact, please hit like, please hit subscribe. Thanks so much for watching. Love you, bye, love you, bye, love you, bye. Classic.